Alrighty, we are on. Let me just find my video for anybody that is watching. I have to find my video on my channel. Woohoo! So, hopefully everything will go smooth sailing today. That's the goal, smooth sailing. And I know it'll take a few minutes for everybody to catch on. So anybody that's watching this after I've gone live, please bear with me while I set myself up, or feel free to fast forward. This is the grand finale. Hopefully. So I am hoping this is a-okay. And let's go back to watching this on my page. Let me unplug this because I'm not gonna read it right now. Hey Brandy. Let me mute this video so I don't hear myself talk. So we're just gonna let people kind of chime in, give them a few minutes to get in here. Hey Liz. So I found a suitcase. So I am thinking, I don't know which way I want to do this. So I can either do it like this and leave it like decorate the whole outside of the suitcase, you know, mix media the heck out of this, add some seashells and just mix media the living heck out of this whole suitcase in the top, and then make this like where the mermaid lives, right? Make this the whole underwater, you know, the top and the bottom. Make this the whole underwater scene, and at the same time like glue her in place, glue all the little elements in place. But I can also close it up and put her away if ever I need to, you know, put her away somewhere. So I'm not sure if I want to make this like a hidden treasure chest type of thing. So I don't know. Hola Mayra, how you doing? So I don't know, because she definitely fits inside. So I cut out like this piece of paper, because this is kind of like where my mind is going with this. But I don't know if I have enough room to like really get creative, which kind of bugs me a little bit. But she does close in there well. And I have like all the other little like elements. I will probably put her up somewhere like on this corner here or something like that. I would have like this here, and then this would probably link up to a chain or something that I could hook up to the top of to the top lid. Put the chain link up there somewhere. As far as like the octopus, I can have the octopus kind of coming in on this, on the top piece here somewhere, and have, let me see if I can just put this flat instead of holding this open like this. Or I can just leave them open and do it like that, like encasing everything so that I have like the little ridges, and just open it up and hold it out flat. And then I'll have like the two levels, and then I'll just add, I can add like fishes or something here to kind of hold this up. And then I could do it that way. So my mind right now is not really sure of like how I want to do this all the way. Because I can have like the little octopus kind of coming out of the corner here somewhere. Or I could even put like the anchor here somewhere. So I'm not really quite sure. Who is here? Baricua's Crafting. Hola Isabel, how are you, darling? You could have it open upwards and the bottom should be the sea and the top should be like the lands. LOL. That would not be a bad idea, Liz. That's not a bad idea at all. I can leave it open and have this be like the border and have all of this be the sea and then this be like sand here. But if that's the case, then I can just put my little octopus coming from here down here somewhere. And then the anchor, I'll just have the anchor somewhere. I can have her kind of, I made the mermaid a little big. That's what happened. Hi, Jerissa. I'm doing awesome today. I was kind of debating on if I should go on live today or not. But I'm like, you know what? Let me get this project over and done with so that I can do a different project because I'm actually working on something else. I'll show you guys a quick sneak peek. I kind of put some pictures up, but I'm working on like this kind of vintagey, I don't know yet what to call it, but it's a mixed media canvas and I'm trying to see how this works out because I might do something like that maybe on one of the whoop, and she came back down. On one of the upcoming live streams. And plus I want to get back into the paper crafting. I want to do some paper dresses and stuff on the live stream also. So let's see. Yeah, and you make a boat on top like the fisherman quarter. So yeah. So like there's, hi Lisa. So happy you made it. Put up the net from the top leaning. So we're gonna get this show on the road, you guys. I'm gonna start kind of I guess we've settled on her being on the inside of the case. I don't know if I'm gonna leave it as an open canvas or if I'm gonna make it closed. I'm debating a little bit on that. So I don't really know. And I have to figure out where I'm gonna put these octopus legs and all these tentacles and all of these different pieces. Like I can have the anchor like if it's coming down from the boat, but I would have to build some kind of a boat that is somehow proportionate to this. So I'm gonna see. So I'm gonna start getting the whole background painted and start getting some of these pieces in there. Hola Net, how are you? I was looking for your stream and thought you wasn't coming on. Oh yes, I was coming on. I don't know if you guys are getting like the little updates, but I go to my you know how you have the live stream and you have events? Like I have events already there, so I just update them and put the new time and the new date. I don't know if the updates are feeding, if they're letting everybody know that like I'm coming on or whatever, but I am putting them up though. Don't forget the stand Tanya sent you. Oops, girl, I got that. I got a lot of that. I have to figure out how to give away some of those things, but I gotta I'm gonna get into that probably a little bit more leaning towards the summer. I'm gonna start sending out some of that sand so that you guys can start playing with them as well. This box does have dry pieces of glue. These are actually like art kits that I used to buy before I knew the quality of, you know, paint and stuff, when I was being super duper frugal, even though I am very frugal still. But I bought this for like $5 or something like that. I think I paid like $5 or $10 for it, and it brought all of that stuff the same way with the other art kit, but I like them more because I like the suitcases that they come in. I think that's really what appeals me more so than the actual supplies that are inside. For some reason I just really like suitcases, even though I never go anywhere, but one can dream. So right now I'm just trying to clean this up just a smidge, because I was still debating even to the last minute. I'm like, okay, am I gonna make a shadow box, like make it out of cardboard or something, or am I gonna use something that I already have? And then literally out of the corner of my eye, I saw the corner of the suitcase kind of popping out from where I had it, and I was like, oh, I got a suitcase. So I went and I got it real quick. I'm like, this is gonna be perfect. Yes, Lisa, that's exactly what I plan to do, because unfortunately these kinds of projects are too large for me to ship out, plus it'll probably get ruined in shipping anyway, so I have to figure out a way to make them smaller so that I can, you know, send out to you guys some of these kinds of things. Usually the projects that I do send out is when I make like smaller ones, then I'll send those out. But for something like this, I wouldn't even know how to begin to ship it, to be honest with you. Especially for it to arrive safely. I was so worried with, who was it, Brandy? I was so worried when I shipped hers out that hers was going to get ruined. But hers was like half the size of this. It wasn't that big. Hi, Kelly. So glad you can make it. So, let's see here. I think I got most of this glue out. And I'm not gonna go ahead and prime it and all of that stuff. Normally I would slap some gesso on here, but I'm not gonna do that because I'm gonna keep it a little bit. This is my mind, right? It says, Carmen, keep it simple. Now we all know when your mind says, Carmen, keep it simple, usually that means, Carmen, go crazy and add everything in here. But I have to try to keep it simple so that, you know, the pieces that I created do not get lost in the background. So I did get some paper, but I don't think I'm going to use the paper, to be honest with you. Now, especially seeing this the way it is, I think I'm just going to go into it and start painting. And adding on some of the different things. And I also have to add some kind of a little dune here of sand. So, and she's going to go somewhere down here. But again, I'm going to try to make it seem like she's trapped by the, you know, by the net. Let me see if I find that net. This net right here that I can literally make a hammock out of. This thing is so huge. So I'm gonna use some of this and somehow put it in here with the net. And I don't know, she's gonna be in the net somehow. So we'll figure that out as we get there. I got all my little trusty helpers here online with me today. Back. Hold up, I hope now she's doing what she did. Hey Nix, how are you, darling? But the one that creative juices get flowing. Ain't no, girl, you know that's right, Liz. Once them creative juices start flowing, I literally lose my mind. I think my head detaches itself from my body, and it just tells me like, move over, because I'm stepping in, and it's a done deal after that. So I have to kind of let that go. I have mine broke. Oh, ooh. Okay. All right. So while you guys mingle, I'm gonna get this going. So I gotta pick up some colors that are sea friendly. So I'm thinking a little bit of this emerald glamour dust. It's like glitter paint. So I'm gonna add some shimmer into this water. I am going to, what is this? I also have limelight in the glamour dust. So I'm thinking these two colors of green, and I am going to definitely need some of my metallics, my trusty little metallic paints, not the dark patina though. I am going to go with some moss pearl from the Dazzling Metallics, and I'm also going to grab some of the festive green. And now for my blues. And the blues, let's see here, need like an aqua color. Do I have anything that says ocean? Desert, not desert, I need ocean. Bahama blue, okay, that sounds beachy. Let's see here. Turquoise water. Okay, it has the word water in it, so that'll work. So I have some Bahama blue and Americana acrylic, and then I have some turquoise waters and Americana multi-surface satin. So we're gonna go with that, and I'm gonna start laying in these colors. And then the glamour dust paints are gonna be accents after I'm done, and I'll blend it in between the metallics and everything else. So what I am going to do is just get myself a brush that'll help me lay out most of this paint in as quick of a way as possible. My desk is super busy today, so I'm just working on a few different projects and trying to get some things out. And this is the one that I just laid out is the turquoise water. So I'm going to start with this one. And I'm just going to pretty much put that all in there. I'll start hopefully adding some kind of depth to this water as I go. And I'm painting the sides. And I don't know if you guys can get all of this. Hopefully you can. I'm just going to adjust that just a little bit. Hopefully you guys got a good view. And again, I didn't prep any of this. I'm just going to go in. I'm going in for the hunt, you guys. And hopefully everything will come out awesome sauce. I have been wanting to finish this thing for weeks. For weeks. If it wouldn't be for the live stream, this would have been done. Because I have no patience for leaving these projects. Once I get like itchy and started, forget about it. I just have to finish them. They drive me crazy just looking at it, just looking at it. I literally had to hide the pieces from myself just so that I could, like, out of sight, out of mind type of a situation, so that I don't get tempted. Oh, Lisa, I hope you feel better soon. Hi, Debbie. I know that must not be easy. And I'm not going to worry about painting the outside, you guys, because I'll hook up the outside. Or I might not. Sometimes I like to leave things, kind of like how Liz was saying on her video, that she likes to sometimes leave certain areas exposed of what she used in order for, you know, for her to keep memory of where it came from. I also sometimes do the same. Not always, but I do also sometimes do the same. With the one that I made before, I left most of that wood exposed. And when people come to my house, they can't believe it used to be a suitcase. They're like, that was a suitcase? I'm like, yep. So it's really, really cool in that way. So I think this is all spread out. I don't know about evenly, but it's all spread out. And I'm going to work on one side and then work on the other. And the goal is to have this all finished up. Now, I'm a little nervous because I don't have that glitter glue, you know, that E6000 that everybody uses, but I'm gonna do my best with what's too hot. No problem, Kelly. We'll be here. Let me just shake this up because this was a brand new bottle. I'm still opening up some of these bottles I haven't even used yet. So this is the Bahama Blue. And again, I'm just gonna kind of swirl this in. But now what I'm gonna do is also, while this is in that motion, I'm gonna go ahead and swirl in some of this Moss Pearl. And I'm gonna put some of this Moss Pearl a little bit towards the bottom. And some of this Festive Green I'm gonna add just a little bit here and there. And let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Just kind of sliding it back and forth. Just to see what happens. I just love playing with the paints. I love the way it glides. I'm making sure I catch some of those sides. And I might go ahead and give some texture by sticking something on there, because that's another little thing I like to do. It sticks stuff to stuff. So let's see. I think you guys can probably get a better view, so I'm going to go ahead and extend this just a smidge, and hopefully you guys will get an even better view. Let me see. I'm trying to adjust. There we go. I think that's a lot better. We put some of these here so that I can move some of move this case up just a smidge so that you guys get a full view. of the suitcase. Woohoo, look at you. So let's see. Yes, so like I was saying, I'm gonna go ahead and get something to stick on this just to create some texture. And usually I'll save these to use later in my mixed media journal. And it also helps to relieve some of that excess paint. And now we have a little bit more of a ripple, if you guys can kind of see. This is like my form of jelly printing because I don't have a jelly print thing. So this is how I do it. Just gotta give myself a little drying surface there. And I'm gonna add some more of these dark, this festive green in here, and I'm gonna do the same thing again. But this time, I'm gonna do lines. And I'm gonna try to get the impression of some kind of moss going up. Hi, Patricia. Let's see, these are just chairs. Okay, they're not talking to me. So let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here, and hopefully let me cut that off, or I'll put it there, and let me just grab another piece. And do this other one here. And I'm just tapping in a little bit of that green in there just to get some of that texture kind of going up to a certain extent. So hopefully it makes sense what I'm trying to do. So let's see. We got that going. Now while that is drying, before I start going into any other layers, I'm gonna start trying to work on the top portion, because we said we wanted it to be land, right? Hi, Linda. How'd you doing, love? So for the land, let's see here. I need some kind of beachy colors. So we'll have this beachy and dry. This is chalk finish. So this is like a very dry kind of finish. It looks kind of sandy when it's all done. Now to this, I am going to add certain details. I'm going to paint in certain details into that. And I also have a stencil that I'm going to use. And this stencil is it's called Sea Life by Americana. And it's got like a little crab and a little octopus and a starfish and a little fish. I have no idea what this is called. A lobster and a seahorse. So I'm probably going to use a few of those. Maybe not all of them, but at least a few of those. So now I'm going to go into, this is called Timeless, and I'm going to grab myself another brush, but before I do that, I'm going to put this one that I have here in the blue in some plastic so that it stays wet, and then later on I shall go and wash them. And so this is some of the, like I said, Americana Decor chalky finish, and I just need to cover the bottom and the top ridge of this. So let me get myself a brush that's not too wide. Okay. And see how this kind of goes. Now with this piece here, like the top, I'm gonna have to add some sand to this here. So I gotta leave some kind of a break here because obviously if the ship is gonna be here, then this cannot all be land. Otherwise the ship will be snow fishing without there being any snow. Hi Zeb. So I have to figure this little part out because this is gonna be a little tricky. So I have to see kind of like what I do. Just gonna leave it right up to there. And try to turn that into some kind of little mound. Since I got a little happy there with the paint. And see how this comes out. Little pieces of glue. And I still have little pieces of glue that are stuck on this thing that I, for the life of me, could not get out. I probably could have heated it up and heat blasted it, but I didn't do that. Don't ask me why. And I might have to actually go and get some water because I also didn't do that. Do not ask me why. It was planned and very impromptu all at the same time. I missed some of the beginning, but I don't think you need to use all that clay piece in this one piece. You're probably right, Brandy. I'll have to see how everything kind of fits in and see if I'll be able to actually put them in. If not, then I am a-okay with putting them to the side and letting them go. And que sera, sera, you know? I kind of want to just add a little bit of this here as well. I might as well just kind of finish off some of this paint that I have here on this sea floor and just kind of drag out some of those colors that are already there, so she's not just kind of floating in space. She actually has some kind of ground level. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but let's see. And this is why the 360 view, it is the thing to get. So let me clean up my brush just a smidge and go into this and get these sides off because I was painting and I, for some reason, left a little spot open. So let's see. Thank you. Hopefully it gets better as time goes, Brandy. Hopefully the floor gets a little bit better as time goes. That's the goal anyway. So this is going to dry to like a chalky, I keep doing that. This is going to dry to like a chalky finish. And let me just clean up some of this excess paint that I have here. And grab my little blue brush. My handy little blue brush. And just kind of go into some of these pools of paint that I have. And touch up wherever I need to. I do have pools of paint everywhere. Look at all that excess paint, you guys. I will probably use some of that paint to create the sky up in the top, just to have the bottoms match the tops. So it will not be going to waste. Just making sure here that this is pretty much covered. And I've gathered up as much of that loose paint as possible. Now let's see. Let's go for the 360 view. and that looks pretty good, pretty good. And again, I'm just gonna add probably some, I'm thinking I'm gonna add maybe a little bit of gold into that water. But before I do that, I'm gonna get into the sky area here. I'm gonna start painting most of that in. So what I'm going to need, what am I going to need? I am going to need maybe some white to help me on this little mission of mine. So I'm gonna add some of the white, just regular acrylic paint. And let me just try to find a little dish that's not completely saturated in paint. I have gone through these little 6 dishes so fast. So fast, oh my. So let's see here. How can I do this so that you guys can see? Let's put this way. Yeah, let's put that way. So just kind of matching the bottom to the top. And I'm probably going to add more depth to that ocean just to make it look like, you know, it's darker in the bottom. Because for them to cast the net and make it all the way down there, she's got to be pretty deep, right? So I'm just going to use up as much of this paint as I possibly can, and then add some other colors to the sky to just at least have it match somehow, the top with the bottom. Let's see. Who else is here? Hey, Michelle. Sweetie, I haven't forgotten about you, okay? I just don't want you to think that I forgot. I've just been a little bit caught up with other things, and I have not had a chance, but I have not forgotten about you. I have it in a package and everything. I just haven't had the chance to get it out. I had to send out my angel packages real quick, so, but I should be doing that next, is sending the trimmer and stuff to you. So for right now, let's see, where are we? Let me get some blue, some sky blue going on in here. And I hope that my mountain of paint bottles don't fall. Let me put this back in there. Maybe that'll keep the calibration going. I was actually gonna buy the little paint rack, the little one that spins, but I have so many bottles of paint, you guys. I would literally like have nowhere to store the paint racks, so I just kept it flat. I have them in their boxes, and they're like right where, you know, right along my wall here. For those of you that see my pictures like on Instagram, you see that my wall is full of paint bottles. But every time I go to pull a bottle out, I risk the whole wall coming down. So I'm like so gentle. I'm like, please don't fall. I've had that happen to me a couple times. It is the worst. But let's see. Now I need a different angle. This is what happens when you work on these big pieces, and then my desk space is not, it's limited because it's full of stuff that I was working on. Oy vey. So let's see. You guys getting a good view? I hope you are. So I'm just adding some of this sky blue in, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sponge in some of the white just to give a little bit of cloud here and there. I'm not adding any water to this because I need this to dry sooner rather than later. So I'm not adding any water to this. And if I didn't say what color I pulled out, it's turquoise blue. Right, that's what I did. Yep, turquoise blue. So it's still in the turquoise family. Not that I know much about color families. I just pick out the colors that look nice. I'm like, oh, you pretty. I think I'm gonna use you. So let's see. Let's see. But we're almost done with the painting, which is awesome. And hopefully I won't have to heat set anything, but if I do, then I know you guys will just hang tight while I go through that real quick. It really sucks not being able to, you know, use the heat tool live with you guys, but I cannot run my toaster and my microwave at the same time. So, you know, it's like, I know for a fact that if I run that, especially in my room, since I have my laptop and we have the air conditioner and everything going, it will literally leave us in the dark and my live stream would be over. And I think you guys would rather me stay on. So, small sacrifices, you guys, small sacrifices. Now this part here, I am going to go ahead and try to match it up with some of that turquoise, what is it, Bahama Blue Water. That's the color that I used up on the other, on the seafloor and stuff. So I'm going to grab a little bit of that and start kind of bringing that in to this spot here. And you guys know, you know, especially for like anybody that's watching this after, I am not no trained professional, as I think you guys have gathered by now. I just do whatever feels good, and if I win, I win. If I don't win, I am a-okay with that. So that's why I usually don't go into like any specifics as far as color theory and this, that, and the third. I don't do none of that because I don't know any of that. So with that being said, I just like to get funky with it. Yup. Just like to get funky and let it go. Let it go and let it get funky. So, I know you guys are probably looking at me like, why are you leaving that spot blank? I'm not really going to leave it blank. Even though I know a boat's going to go on there, I am actually going to seal this once I get it done. I'm going to seal this up and just make sure that my paint stays where my paint's supposed to stay. And everything is copacetic. Everything is copacetic. So let's see. Have to go catch this later. Bye, Debbie. Well, thank you for coming by, Debbie. As usual. You are awesome. Have an awesome day. Let's see. So I done did this. Now I'm gonna go and get a sponge, a little makeup applicator, and apply ever so gently some of this white paint. So I have my white paint, I have my little sponge here, and before I even go into it, the first thing I'm gonna do is try to remove as much of that excess as possible. And I'm just going to sponge this in. I'm not caring too much if they look realistic or not. I'm just trying to have that breakage and all that blue. At least give a little bit of contrast in here. Usually when I do the skies on my projects, it takes me forever to do the skies because I usually try to get it so perfect and look so real. I just give up. I'm like, you know what? It is all good. It is all good. And we shall overcome. So, getting a little bit of that, and then just kind of spinning this brush over it to get some of those rough edges out. And I wish I had a little round applicator. That would probably make my life easier, but I don't. I want some coffee and some cookies. How dare you ladies have a bake party and not invite me? So, let's see. This is going to be a little bit tougher to get into some of these. But all I'm pretty much doing is I kind of pinched it so that it forms somewhat of a little ball, because I noticed that that gave me a better texture, a better result as far as being able to control some of the, you know, the little bumps and the little curves that clouds tend to have. So I'm just adding some of these in, and then I'm going to let this dry and set this up. So that it kind of holds its shape there. I can sometimes go a little cloud crazy, you guys. So I hope that you know, you guys bear with me. And what I'm gonna do, actually, since I noticed that I did go a little cloud crazy, is I'm just gonna go back into my little blue here. And with the same method, just kind of bring some of that down a little bit. Now, it seems like there's a storm brewing in here. There might just be, I'm not sure. There might just be. It really all depends on the mood of the mermaid. Let me see if I could get a little bit darker with the blue. And I'm gonna go. There, you see what I'm saying? A little uninvited guests. I'm gonna go in with a true blue, and I'm just gonna use a little bit of that true blue, just a little dab will do ya. Just enough for me to wet my beak, as they say, and just bring in a little bit more color into these clouds, just so that I have a little bit more breakage. And I'm not going to use it everywhere, but just a little bit here and there. It's too much. Just a little dab, like the smallest little dab, and then just kind of going into it. I'm losing my shape here. Go into this blue. So I somehow have to trail this down somewhere in here. I bake bread and cookies and fudge for the fireman. Oh, Lisa, I love fudge. I love anything chocolate. And it's funny because my husband was like, we should get some ice cream today. And I'm like, no. After I'm done with this live stream, guess where I'm going to go, you guys? Guess where I'm gonna go, because today the topic is the sweets. You thought you was basking in the sun, and now you're surrounded by clouds and yes, but this won't last for long. because I am gonna add some sunlight in there, but in the center. But before I add my sun, I'm gonna set this so that I can set the sun somewhere right in the center. But it's gonna cover most of the clouds, but at least it'll have the clouds all around it. At least that's the idea, Brandy. Hopefully it'll come out the way I want it to. I'm just bringing this all the way down because I gotta blend this in somehow. And let's see, because I spend way too much time working with clouds. So I'm gonna just dip a little bit of this back in here. And I need my sky blue again, turquoise blue, so that I can bring that back into the scene. Come out. My paint is like hiding from me, so I'm gonna, oops. I grabbed my wire on my phone. I literally have it hanging on me so I don't run out of steam with you guys. So let's see. So I just pretty much just dipped it in some white and just trying to blend some of this out so it doesn't look so I don't know, but okay, so far so good, I guess. That's what happens when the OCD takes over, you guys. Alrighty, so we have some clouds, maybe too much clouds, but some clouds. So I'll bring that up for you guys. My bottom is almost dry, and so I am gonna go ahead and start gluing in, or adding some. I have to add some glue in here so that I can start putting up some of the sands in that space, so that we can start drying up some of that sand. So just give me 1 second. I have to go get the sand. I have it in a different room. And then I'll come back. Let me go wash my brushes as well. So hang tight. I shall be back. And I'm going to put this like this so that you guys know I haven't gone anywhere. Let's see. Let me get my brush so I can wash them. Alrighty, I'm back. And I got the sand. Now to pull it out. Thank you. Thank you, Liz. I hope it all comes together. I hope and pray. Alright, so what I have from, what she gave me mostly was colorful sand. So I'm going to use my jar of white sand that I have. Because the sand that she gave me is like all different colors. So I don't think I can use that one on this particular piece. But I will be able to use it, you know, on other stuff. Plus, I'm going to give you guys some of those colorful sands. Like, I'm going to start filling out jars. Or maybe I'll even make like decorative jars and just fill them up with sands, different color, like different layers of colored sands. Maybe stuff some seashells in between the layers or something cute, and start giving it out that way. So let's see. So I have my white sand. This is Dollar Tree sand. And I need some good glue. Where is that Martha Stewart glue? It's got a brush, and hopefully it'll be easy to apply. So thank you, Brandy, because I got that one from you. And we are going to use it today. So let's see here. Thank you, Mayra. Yeah, Lisa's involved in all kinds of awesome projects. I can honestly say that she is the first giver that I've met here on YouTube that was literally out there trying to help out not just her subscribers, but also going and helping out her community and just doing all different kinds of awesome things, which to me is beautiful. And you don't find much of that, you know, nowadays. That is just an awesome, awesome thing. So I'm trying to apply this glue here, and this is that Martha Stewart crafting glue that I think Brandy got from Tuesday Morning, if I'm not mistaken. It's for decoupaging and stuff like that, but I'm gonna see if it'll do the job. So I think I got enough. You don't want to apply too much, but you don't want to apply too little, because this sand is very coarse. It's not like fine sand. So hopefully I'll do good, and then I'll add some seashells or something there to decorate that. And let's see here. Add some seashells by the seashore. I don't like saying the word beach too much because it can very easily come out the wrong way. So just bear with me, you guys, because I would have finished off that song, but I know that by round 3 I would have been cursing up in here without wanting to. So I'm just kind of sprinkling this, and I'm gonna have to lift this lid up just a smidge. You were my first swap, Carmen. Aww, see, we go down in each other's history, Lisa. It's crazy, but you know, in this journey that we all go on, the people that we end up crossing paths with is just amazing. And you end up just finding out the most interesting things and just discovering how beautiful people are on the inside, not so much the outside, but on the inside. And it's just been amazing. Amazing. I'm just over the moon with you guys. And it just goes much more beyond than just you guys watching my video. Like, it just goes deeper than that. Like, honestly, you guys can count on me, because I know I can count on you. And this is what a true community is about. Oh, Lord. You guys cannot be used today, okay? Today, you on timeout. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but you cannot be used today. You just don't match. So I'm just going to try to shake some of this. Shake what your mama gave ya. And put some of this sand to good use. And I'm gonna try. I don't know if this is gonna work, but we're gonna try it. And we're gonna see if, nope, does not want to come off. So I still have more to add on the sides because I did feel that this was a little wet. So let me see what I can find. Maybe this will do. Maybe this will do. I have to add some sands here on the sides. And I just hope that this baby dries. Dry, baby, dry. I don't want to pull my whole thing apart. Let's see. How's it looking so far, you guys? What are you thinking? So far, so good? Me like it. Thank you, crafty girl. I know, I'm so excited, Brandy girl. You don't know. Me and you, we share a love for the ocean and everything that comes with it. Even though I'm scared to death to go in the water because I always hear the Jaws music every time I go. Like, as soon as my head goes under that water, that Jaws music is like instant paranoia. And not for nothing, the news, sometimes they be coming. You'll see that this one got bit in the thigh and that one lost a toe, and I'm just like, oh hell no. That will not be me. I will not have death by shark on my resume. I don't think so. So let's see here. I'm gonna actually add some of this sand right along this little textured area here. Well, it won't be, it's gonna be textured after I'm done. Just to create the little bank. The complete little bank of the sand look. And then I have to figure out what I'm gonna do. I have to leave this piece for last down here, because depending on what happens with this boat situation here that you guys want me to make, it depends on how everything else is gonna kind of flow down here. So let's see. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Deb. So when I talk about it, yes, Lisa, we are. You know I am here for you, doll. You are just one of the most awesomest people that I have met here on YouTube, and I have nothing but praises and nothing but good things to say about you. I don't like nobody messing with my friends. I might not stand up to defend myself, but I stand up to defend others. I have no problem doing that. Me, I just cross you off my bucket list. And keep it moving. Alright, so I think I'm done with this whole sand expedition that I got going on over here. So let's see. Oh, please land on the paper. Please. I don't want to walk on sand in my house. So I think I covered this up pretty well, I should say. Pretty well. I do have just a little bit of an area here, which I'm about to go into now and add some glue to, and I think that that's about it for the sand situation. Thank you, Patricia. I'm so glad you guys like it, because honestly speaking, I never know how it's gonna go. You know, I just like to go for it. I'm just like, we're gonna do it, and it is what it is, and God bless us all. And let's get it going. I never really know how it's gonna go, but I'm glad that you guys like what I bring to the table, to the crafty table, that is. So let's see. I think that's about it. I'm gonna add a little bit of sprinkles of sand on this one, and I'm gonna keep it moving. Let me just make sure I close this right, because I have the bad habit of not closing things right, and then I wonder why I can't open it later. Yeah, because it's all dried and it's glued. So hopefully this little bit of sand here will finish off this little beach area that I have here. I have to be so careful. I don't want to get censored by YouTube. Like, Elemental Designs, it's cursing on her videos. I'm talking about where the crabs play, not about the ones that have crabs. So let's see. Alright, so we got the beach going. Woo woo! I love it. I don't know where I'm gonna put it, but we'll figure that out at some point in time. So what's next, you guys? Okay. Somehow I have to cast a net down into this area here. But I have to figure out how I'm gonna make this boat. So, how am I gonna make this boat? I know how I'm gonna make this boat. I need glue. And this is when things get a little bit worrisome. 'Cause I gotta get some glue. But, let's see. Let me turn on one light because I gotta turn off the one that I have here, and hopefully we'll still have a good amount of lighting. But I'm gonna have to turn off one light in order to plug in my glue gun. Dilemmas, guys. Thank you, baby. So let's see. I'm gonna see now how dark it got. Hopefully it didn't get too dark for you guys and you're able to still see. I'm just waiting for the lag to kick in because I know it does lag. And I'm gonna unplug one because I don't have a choice. Because if I unplug my phone, then we won't have a Wi-Fi. And we won't have a live stream. So, hopefully that's not too bad, you guys. Can you guys see me well? And I'm going to use this to make my boat. So I'm going to put this thing to the side and start cutting up some pieces. But I'm going to measure out the width of how big I need this to be before I go into that. And I'm going to hot glue my little pieces in there. And hopefully this boat will come alright. Hopefully it'll be alright. Let's see. I gotta close all my glue bottles because again I leave things open and I am the worst at that. So let's see what I have here. I got a little mountain of paint bottles. I gotta put my little glue gun here. I'm gonna put this off to the side, but before I do that, Carmen, measure, Carmen, measure. So let's see. This is, you guys have seen me use this before. I'm almost out of it and I have no idea how to get it again because I found this at the thrift store, but I think it has served its purpose. And I like it because it's roped and it almost gives you that impression of the wood that they use to make the ships. So I am going to make this ship somehow like this. So I'm thinking it'll go somewhere there. And then the longest piece will be somewhere there. So let's see. And I think I'll probably build it as I go. So I'm going to let that heat up for a little bit and see. Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. So how's everybody's day going otherwise? Everybody's going good? So let's see. She's got to be dragged. Poor thing, the way I'm saying. She's going to be dragged through this whole thing. But you know what I can do? Actually, I might be able to start stenciling in some of the fishes and stuff in the background of this before I go into that. because I know the mermaid is the whole, she's the most important aspect of this piece. I can add the octopus and stuff like that, but I don't have to necessarily add it, you know, coming from a corner. I can hide it in between stuff. So maybe I can, I don't know. Maybe my mind is just going a little bit too far. But again, this stencil is by Americana Deco Art, and it is called Sea Life. And my idea is to use up the fish, and I might even stencil in an octopus. I'm not sure. It can be like the ship is in the front of the land and make it look like the whole land is behind it. Oh, I can make it look like no matter how oh, this word, you know, what is going on with synonyms? And is it synonyms? Words that sound like other words but are spelled different? What is going on with that? Why did they have to confuse the English language to that degree? So if that's the case, I can make it so the boat kind of comes up like this, and at least part of it will be on land, and then, you know, have it kind of docking, if you will, there. And then from the docking area here, then I could put the anchor down in here somewhere. But anchors usually fall on an angle because they're dragging on the bottom of the sea. So maybe I could put the anchor in here somewhere. I'll have her there, and then from behind the boat, from inside, like I'm gonna stick the net somewhere from in there, coming down to trap her, I'm thinking. So let me see. Let me go ahead and stencil in some of the fishes. Let me see, where's my stencil? This is a brand new stencil, so I hope that this thing does not mess up my stuff. But it shouldn't. It's one of those sticky ones that stick to the paper, so usually you have a nice crisp outline. Let's see here. So I like the starfish. So I'm gonna stick a starfish somewhere in there. And these things are made so that they could take bends. So you could bend them like, let's say you wanted to stencil a glass, and you know how glass is like curved. It's supposed to take the bends, so I'm gonna bend it, and hopefully it'll take it. And let's see. And of course, genius me puts her right in the paint that's wet. What am I gonna do? Let's see. First thing, I'm gonna clean my finger because I got wet paint everywhere. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is grab some paint, because that's what I do. I'm gonna grab some paint. So I'm gonna grab some gold. Let's see here. Where's my tray? I lost my tray. I found it. It's right here. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of this gold paint and just go into this and just add a little bit of gold accents into this water. And I figured the best way to do that is actually by stenciling in some stuff. So let me just get a stencil brush. See if I find a small one here. I should have one. And let's see. I found it. Alright, so I got a little bit of this gold here, and I'm gonna just try to stencil this little bit. This little tiny, well, it's not that tiny, but this little starfish. And stencil that baby in there. And at the same time, give it some of that texture. So that paint is kind of spiky, and when it dries, it'll dry nice and spiky. I just hope it does a good job. I'm so worried, but you know what? Alright, it came out good. I could always outline that and make that stand out just a little bit more. Let me just clean off this stencil real quick because I dipped it right into the paint, like the mad scientist that I am, and I got paint all over it. So now I gotta clean it. Okay. So we got one little starfish there. I don't know if I want to add another one for now, but I am gonna leave it there just in case I get inspired to do so. And I'm gonna add some fishes in here. I wish the fish was a little bit smaller, but they're not. But all my little elements are gonna be in gold, and I don't know if they're gonna show through or not once I start adding stuff. But since the net, you know, is like a peekaboo, so I mean, it is what it is. But I'm gonna put all my fishes in gold, and get it, goldfishes. And I'm gonna leave it like that. Now peel this off and move on to the next one, and just stencil away. And the stencil that I'm using is actually another Americana product. This is Americana Accessories stencil brush number 4. It's very small and round, and it's perfect for these kinds of small little projects, these small little stencils like this. So let's see. Woohoo, my fishes are coming into the sea. Well, they were always in the sea. I guess I'm the intruder here. But oh well. Move over, fishies, because Carmen's coming to town. Let's see. Maybe one more like around here somewhere. Maybe a little bit higher up. Maybe a little bit higher up. Right into this right here. Let's see. So far the stencil is actually pretty good. It holds crisp lines when you're using it on a flat surface. So that's a bonus, because I hate it when I'm trying to stencil something and the paint goes under the stencil, which tends to happen a lot when you're using the stiffer plastic ones. But this actually holds very nice and crisp. So okay, kudos for that. Me likey. And let's see, my mermaid. I mean, not my mermaid. I don't know. Am I gonna be adding sand to the bottom of this bottom here? Because I didn't even think about that. This lobster is like huge. A seahorse. They have a seahorse. I need to put a seahorse in here. I need to put a seahorse in here. I need at least one. Where am I going to put you? I don't even know if they're going to be able to see you, but let's hide you in here somewhere. Little seahorses. And I'm going to go back into this with the gold. I'm probably going to add detail to the gold areas, like the goldfishes and stuff. Like I'll add like little, little lines that'll just break it apart a little bit from the background. But I'm not going to go too crazy with the detail, you guys. This is just to pretty much give the illusion of underwater sea adventure. So let's see. And hopefully it is not too dark. And I know you guys are probably having a hard time seeing what I'm doing. So I'm moving this up. And the sun is setting, so I got no help from the window right now. Oh, I saved it. Oh my goodness. It moved on me. I was like, what? Don't you dare, seahorse. Don't you dare. So I think one seahorse is good for now. And I think my glue gun is pretty much hot. So let's get this show on the road. Let me put my sand down because I don't need this anymore. And let's put this in a way that you guys can see what I am doing. I'm gonna put this here, off on the side. And where is my coordinates? Here it is. So I literally need like one of them huge round tables so that I could craft them. That's how much space I take up. It's redonkulous, you guys. Okay, so let's see. So right about there, I would say, is a good spot. So let me clip this. And I'm going to attempt to mold this as I put it down. And I do say attempt because I might not succeed. It's easier to think about it and see it in your brain than it is to actually do it. But we're going to give it a good college try. And I'm going to pull out like 4 of these glue sticks. I might need more. Mayday, mayday. But let's see what happens. Here goes nothing. And let's get you glued in. And stick you from the corner out so that I have the best coverage. Alright, so the ship has docked, you guys. The ship has landed. Now let's see here. It's gotta be a little bit longer to give it that impression, that shape. And again, gluing from the back, working to the front, trying to make every little strip a little bit longer than the strip before. That's pretty much where I'm going with this right now. At least that's what my mind is telling me is going to work. We'll see if my mind is right. Pushing it down into the one in the bottom, off the wall. Come on. To love and to hate glue sticks. That is the question. Do I want to love them? Yes. Do I sometimes hate them? Yes. What is a crafty person to do? Alright, so let's see here. Let's see here. So, I think I was better off with actually gluing the strip and not so much the canvas. So, oh shoot, where is this going? Oh, this is going this way. This thing, ow, ow, ow. See, that's what I get for talking about the glue. Ow. It took revenge. Let's see. Oh, hell, the mighty glue stick. Dang it. Don't burn me no more. Let's see. And push that in. And I got a little sand on it, but that's okay. Like, how high up should I go, you guys? Like right to where the sand is right here? Or higher, at least 1 or 2 strips up. This is gonna be a long process. Let's see. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, she got stuck. Okay. She got stuck to the canvas. So, I guess since you want to lay there, I might as well just glue you in place. this way. And we're gonna do this way. Push that in. And it's starting to resemble something, right? Be careful, Carmen, with that glue gun. Yeah. 2 blisters later, trust me, I am stressed out right now with this glue gun. The glue gun is my friend. I shall not speak ill of the glue gun. Yes, the glue gun is my friend. I shall not speak ill of the glue gun. Let's see. See, when I was doing it this way, it got all unraveled on me. This is the easiest way to do it, to be honest with you. Is by applying the glue directly onto the surface. But when I did that, it didn't want to stick right. So, which way is this paper rolled? It's rolled this way. So, let's see here. Because the way that the paper, oh, I made that piece a little long. I made you a little long. Yep, I sure did. Made you a little long. So let's see here. There we go. So it's kind of looking like the planks. Just to show you guys a little bit of what this is looking like at a better angle, at a better view. It's kind of looking like the planks. Looks like one of them homemade rafts people make from Survivor, right? That's that show, Survivor. They made a survivalist rack. Not rack. What is it called? Raft. With an F. Raft. They made one naked and afraid. That's what it is. They made a survivalist raft, and now they're on their way to go all the way to 500 miles down the river to find safety after they've starved for 30 days and 50 nights. Their defense mechanism went down 5 points. They came in at a 9. Now they're at a 4.2. Can they make it naked and afraid? Oh man. I find that show to be so crazy. I like it though. They be breaking down in there, man. Once that hunger comes, they break down. They miss their family, their kids. As long as they got food, they ain't missing nobody. Let them be hungry, let them be thirsty. Out of nowhere, it's like, my kids, my family. Why did I do this? That's because they know that either the wifey got that home cooked meal going at home, and them kids are eating steak, and you over here cooking rocks. So let's see. We're almost there, you guys, with this raft that seems to never end this construction. And on day 35, Carmen is still building her raft. That should be high enough. Thank you. Somebody saved it in me. I was like, how much more can I do of this? Oh, one more. One more. Okay, so we got that. And now we have to build, let's see. I'm getting my Bob the Builder going over here. Let's see. I hope I can say that, because nowadays with copyright this and that and the third, I hope that they don't flip out because I use that name. So we got that. Do we need a sail? I have to attach the netting. So let me find that netting. I have to somehow attach this netting. I don't even know how. So I might have to put another rounds in there. So let's see. I gotta somehow attach this netting. I'm gonna clip this here, and I'm gonna make do with whatever's left. So I'm gonna clip that there and figure it out with that piece, and hopefully it's enough. Hopefully it's enough, because it's gotta come from somewhere in here, right? But I think I gotta paint that thing. Sugar plum and applesauce. Let's see. I gotta somehow put this in here, and I gotta clip this down. I need something. What do I need? I need something. Carmen, think. Think, Carmen, think. What can you use? What can you use? What do you have? You need something. What's something? Something of something of something that rhymes with something. That can be used in here. I have something. I know somebody gave me something. I just have to find it. Let's see. Did I put it in here? Look, Carmen, keep looking. It is not in there. It is not in there. Let's see. Where else can I look? It is not in there either. Is it in here? I am looking for, I found, which I don't think I'm going to find it now, but I have found like this little piece that was like perfect for this. And now I don't know what to do with it. Dang it. Let's see. It was like a little metal piece, but oh well. I guess I'm not going to be able to use that. So, let me see what else I find that will do what I needed to do. Because I need that net to be cast out of something. I can't just have it being thrown overboard. So maybe a button. That might work. Ooh, the hull of the ship. No. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. I think that button will work for what I needed to do. Let me try to make that hole just a little bit bigger. Let's see. Hey, Tanya. Let's see. I'm going to try to make this hole just a little bit bigger so that I can thread this net through. And I don't need to thread it all the way through. I just need it to kind of look like it's coming from in there. So I'm just going to try to push this through. I'm going to use this little stick here. And I think once I'm done with this boat, the rest is just gluing on all the other elements, and that's about it. So I got a button, and I'm going to make it look like the net is coming from inside of this button. So it got casted out of this button. What about a brad? A brad would have been good, but from what I noticed on the boats, they have like a hole where the net comes out through, like where they drop the net, the same thing like when they drop the anchor. So I'm thinking that I can attach this to this button here and actually tie it from the front. Because you won't be able to see that once it's in there. once I have it all hooked up. So I'm gonna tie this here, and put this button here, put this button somewhere on here, and have this net, you know, kind of wrapped around the mermaid in one way or the other. But I need something for this, so can I add? I need like a mask, something or the other. Shoot, what can I use? That boat looks hella plain. It looks like it just got deserted. I have a stick here. Let me see. What can I do with this fat stick? Okay. So that might work. Let me try this fat stick. No. What? So flush that out so that it's nice and flush. As far as a sail is concerned, I can try to looking in the wrong drawer. Let's see. I have some of this mesh that was given to me by Tanya, but I don't know if that's gonna be good enough to hook this up here and kind of going off somewhere. Maybe I need a little bit something a little bit I don't have pieces of fabric available, so there's gonna have to be some of this mesh here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint the stick, I'm gonna paint the boat, and then we're gonna glue the stick on, add the sail, make a sail out of paper coffee filter. Dang girl, you got specific. She said sail, paper, coffee filter. I don't have coffee filter because I have one of those coffee machines that have the plastic filter that you just filter the stuff through. So I don't have that. However, I can make a sail out of paper. And I have this paper right here that might actually match perfectly. It's the paper that I had originally cut to use on the inside. So let me just get my little stencil pieces off of here. And can you just hear the wind? Let's see. How am I gonna do this? So you know what? I'm gonna fold it in half, and the sails have the wind coming in like this when they're all the way open, and then they come out with a shape that's kind of like a half a moon, almost like a shark fin. Something like this. It's a little big, but you guys get the idea. It's a little bit. So let's cut half of this down. Now it looks like a houseboat. Okay, I gotta cut more. Come on now, let's get this together. And voila! The peace delivery stones. We have done it. We have done it. So what I'm gonna do next, now that I have my sail, which is gonna go attached to my stick, is to curl this up so that I have it kind of 3D-ish. So I'm gonna curl it up with a bottle. That'll work. No, no bottle. That will not work. What will work is, let's see. Where are you? I just saw you in here. There you are. Da, 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 da. Do it yourself, ball on a stick. That'll do it. This is really into this one. Yes. She said coffee filter. I'm never gonna forget that one. So I am trying to pretty much just curve this out just a little bit, somewhat, with my little roller majig. I don't have one of those embossing mats that you run through the machine, which probably would have been better to do this, so I'm freehanding it, you guys. Literally freehanding it. So it's kind of curved out like that, and I'm just gonna remove that because it's just a nuisance. And I'm just gonna run this thing through, and this really sucks that it's kind of dark, because I could tell that it's a little dark, but hopefully, maybe I could down like a flashlight app or something on my other phone and get it to brighten up in here. So we have this one, and we have this one, and the sales are out, and we are at mass sale here. And let me darken up these edges as usual, and I'm gonna use this brown alcohol marker that hopefully won't overly stain my paper. I just do it quickly and softly, and voila, we have success. So let's see here, almost there. I am really digging this thing right now. I surely am. And last but not least, but I can always add that later, I'm probably gonna steal a string or something from that net and just attach the sail to the thing. Should I use them both? Pencil. Okay, laugh them out. This is the sail is waving in the wind. I just score it and make it look like an accordion style. You mean bring a wave in the center? Like that? I can do that. Just by pushing them in together. So we have that, and we have that, and now we have shadow. Whoop whoop. Should I use the skinny stick? Let's see. The skinny stick or the fat stick? I think it might look better on the skinny stick. What do you guys think? And I actually like it that it has a point up in the top. So, let's see, right about there. So I'm gonna cut this too, just to be on the safe side, and figure out which one of these two I like the best. And then this one I'll probably color it in gold paint or something just to give it that pop. And see. And we're gonna do this Nina Pinta Santa Maria style, and we're gonna put this thing here, and we're gonna put this thing here, and then we're gonna put this here, and we're gonna glue this onto the sticks, and then we're gonna put a little rope here somewhere in the bottom. So that sounds like a plan to me. What about you guys? So time to paint this boat. And what color should I paint this boat, you guys? I need a boat. I need a color for the boat. Give me a color, guys. Any color. Should I go metallic with it, or flat, or glossy? And if so, what color? I have pretty much almost every color. almost every color. So waiting on some feedback from you guys. I know the sticks, I'm gonna paint them gold. So the sticks are gonna be in gold. What color should I make the ship? Should I make it like a rich espresso, which is like a metallic? It's metallic, but it's brown. It's this one right here. It's like a metallic brown. It'll be like a steampunk ship. What do you guys think? And speaking of steampunk ship, I got some gears I could add to this. Oh man, you guys are taking this to a whole nother level. Purple. Girl, you and Barney must have been like the best of friends. You love that purple. But if there's no other suggestions, I'll take the purple, so let me know. So going once, going twice, and we're doing purple. It's nobody else said any other color. So the purple that I have is not so much of a purple, I don't think. Let me see. Is it? I have purple pearl, and I have boats are brown. So go with the brown and leave the dabs off the green. What? And somebody said gray. So far I got green, brown, and gray. So let's go into the gray. And let me paint some of that gray in there first. And then once I've added some of this gray in here, this is sky blue. This is not gray. I found it right here. Once I add some of this gray, then hi Sherry, I got Amish gray. What a color. Amish gray. Okay, so I'm gonna add some Amish gray into this, and then I'm gonna add some brown and just put it in and out like that and see where we go. And I'll add little hints of purple here and there just to make everybody happy. But paint it brown. I will. I'm gonna paint the brown. I'm gonna add the brown into the mix right now. So I'm gonna add the brown. And what other colors you guys said? You guys said brown, gray. I heard green, right? Where's my green? Moss pearl green. This might not even show up. This might not even show up, but I'll put it in. It's a little light, the green that I have here out. So let's see. I need a brush. And I'm not trying to last forever doing this paint job, so let's take a wider brush. So this is like a regular gray. So I'm just gonna put this in here. This will hopefully add that distressed look that Liz was talking about. And then I'm gonna add the rich espresso. And I'm not so much painting it in at this point in time as it is I'm dabbing it in here. And I think that's what you were saying, to dab the paint in. Give it that distressed look. So hopefully I will achieve that, and I will hide most of this green that I got going on with this paper twine. And let's see, I need more brown. So that was not enough. Brown with green moss. Yes, I'm gonna add the green moss towards the bottom. Hello, Janice. Thanks for joining. My feet is a little dark because I have my glue gun on, but as soon as my glue gun is off, I will turn the lights, my extra light bulb here, I'll turn that back on to hopefully get the room a little bit brighter. I have what I like to call my little focus light here. So let's see. So I think this is looking pretty good, you guys, even if I do say so myself. And I'm gonna add a little bit of this green moss somewhere, you know, just along the bottom to give it just a slight little bit of an impression, like it's rusty and it's old and it's been on the sea for eons and eons. So it's kind of got a little bit of everything. And here for my something purple, I'm gonna add a little bit of purple in here in honor of my friend Tanya, because I know the purple brings a smile to her face. So this is for you, doll. That is awesome news, Tanya. I'm so happy to hear that your baby's doing so much better. That is great news. So I'm gonna add a little bit of this purple, and I'm gonna put it like right in between some of the little rivets here and there, just to add it in there. Just to give it a little bit of a play in here. Nothing too much. Just a little bit. And dab more of this metallic brown paint right along the top of here, just in case I missed anything. And I think this will do it, you guys. I think this will do it. So my boat is painted. Woohoo! My boat is painted. I got some painted it on my blue. Why? Why does it have to happen to me? When I am on live stream, I can fix my boo-boos in private. Okay, so let's see here. What else? I have to clean up a little bit of this situation going on back here. So, I got some of that metallic back there. So now to paint these sticks. So I'm gonna move this over because I'm literally out of room. But if you guys can see, I think she came up pretty good. Okay, let's see. Let's see, I got sands everywhere. Oy. So what was I gonna do? My sticks. So I got this stick, and where's the other half of that stick? Come on, stick. Where did you go? You went to the floor, but I picked you up. So we got that, and I'm just gonna, I guess, paint it. Should I butter it? I might just butter it. I might just butter it, you guys. I might just butter it. So let's see. We got this. Let me get some butter out. Only because it's dry and it's quick. It's dry and it's quick, and I butter my fingers and butter the stick. And I think this is probably too long of a stick, so let me cut that about half. Not that one. I want to cut this one, so maybe... Got it. We got it. Ooh, baby, we got it. So let's see. Yeah, it looks good. Thank you, Tanya. Like, the purple's growing on me, but it's a process. It's just such a strong color. But in the right combination, it does look beautiful. And there are many shades of purple. So let's see here. So, my golden stick. It's almost done. Let's see. I can't wait to turn on this light so you guys can see this good. And it really sucks that this does not have a flash, because I know that that would just do so much justice for this process that I'm going through right now. But let's see. Okay, you bring the butter, I'll bring the eggs and sausage. Ajá, desayuno. So let's see. So this is almost done. And I'm also going to butter up my button. Butter up the button. So I have it. I have it. Eureka. Okay. Let's see. Let's get this. Yeah, I should have put the thing after. Hello, Carmen. Lightning doesn't strike twice in the same place, girl. Yes, you will. As usual, all you guys are just the most awesome when it comes to these kinds of projects. You get my brain working and seeing things from a different side. I just love that. So let's see. So I got my button here. Just adding a little bit of gold to it. I'm not going to go too ham with it. Just adding a little bit of the distress, because the button itself is kind of yellow, so I just wanted to give it that metallic kind of impression. And that's it. Rub and buff and you are done. Alrighty. So we're almost at that stage, you guys, where we're assembling this and putting this thing together. Let me spray some water on this and clean my hands. Clean my butterfingers. Mofongo y salami frito. What? Con un poquito de queso blanco. Y unas cebollitas ahí con vinagre. Alright, so I got my hands pretty clean. I got most of the gold butters off. So now, I really got to get this situation together, you guys. Every week is something new. Today was the light. Oh boy, oh boy. Alright, so let me get this thing on here. I'm thinking that I should glue this part on first. So let me glue this on and do it this way. I really don't like using the glue gun for some of these projects because you can see the glue through it. That's really annoying. But you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm just gonna add a little bit from here in the back. So I'm just gonna kind of spin it so that it connects to itself. And then got it connected to the tip here. I'm gonna put this in like so. And get this one in like so. I'm gonna put this in like that. And hopefully let's see how this is gonna go. This is gonna have some kind of a string there, so I gotta give it some kind of space. So let's see. I think that'll do right there. So I got this part kind of glued onto that stick there. So we have our first sail going, and I need to get some kind of a string. So let me get a piece of this netting here and kind of use this. It's got to be some kind of netting holding this here, holding this sail to that sail there. So I'm gonna just add this little string here. Okay, so we have that. And then I'm gonna add my sail, and look, I'm controlling the wind. Let's see, where's my other piece of sail? And I'm gonna just kind of bend that little corner in just a smidge. And seeing how I do this one here, let me and this is gonna go like this, so right along there is fine. You know what, let me glue this little tip on first and not get myself too worked up. So I cross these here. I'll stick this one closer. Even though we are docked, so normally a boat will put its sails down. At this point, they wouldn't be trying to adjust them still. But I don't want them to look exactly the same. So I'm gonna bring this one in just a smidge more, just to give it a little bit of variety with what is happening here. Let's see. Just to give it a little bit of variety with what is happening here. And I'm not even gonna stick that one down. I'm just gonna stick this in here, and I think we are gonna call this sail done. So let's see. Bring this out just a little bit. And I actually did that on purpose, you guys. I wanted it to be more in. Come on, stick to that, not to me. I wanted it to be more in, so I kind of did that on purpose, just to give the sail just a little bit more drama. Not that it needs any more drama, but a little bit more of a dramatic kind of look. So just stick there, and our sail is pretty much done. So I guess once I put this on, actually I'm gonna curve this in like this, just to make it a little bit different. Meanwhile, that one I'm gonna have it kind of out. I don't know, we'll see. Let's see, this is so cute. Thanks, Maida. Thanks, Sherry. That string was the perfect touch. Yes. Yes, it was. Woo woo. Don't you just love it when a plan comes together? So let's see. Let me put this somewhere else. And let's get this part going. And she needs to be in the center of the ship, right? Somewhere around here. And I need this to be kind of in like so. So I am going to actually crank this one in. Let me see. I'm gonna crinkle this one in. Crinkle that one in and make it look like it's being pulled, like you're starting to collect the sail. Alright, so I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna curl this in like if they're starting to collect the sail, and leave that in there like that. Yep, that'll do it. That'll do it. Mine's freezing too. Uh-oh. Mine keeps freezing too, but it's not raining here. The ice cream truck, I want some Mr. Softy. Is it freezing bad, you guys? Because it could be me. I mean, I don't know. I have it plugged into the jack. I have it plugged into the actual wall. So I'm hoping that it's not, but you guys will let me know. I'll try to keep an eye out in the chat so that I can see that. It's getting really, really dark over here, so you guys are starting to see shadow now. And unfortunately, that bulb that I got ain't worth a dang. So I'm just going to try to do this and then try to get some of these pieces going just in case I don't want to lose you guys halfway. Because we're almost done here, literally. So I'm going to just add my glue. I'm going to add it to the tip here. And I'm going to attempt to put this in right around there. Hopefully you guys can see that. And let's see here. Let me just add a little bit of glue there. So she's stuck there. Let me add a little bit of glue here and there. Tony, how has you been? In and out for a bit. Yeah, it could be my phone. It could be overheating. I think it does. I'm starting to notice somewhat of a trend. So I'm gonna try to gather some of this up and just glue this in here, like so. Let that kind of stay there for a minute. I wish that was Mr. Softy, you guys. That's more like Mr. Please don't get no ice cream from me. Because I don't even sell soft ice cream. When I first heard that truck, I ran out my house. Go out and come back in, everyone. Either that or I can go out and come back in, hopefully. But I have everything plugged in. I'm just making sure that everything is plugged in. And so far it is. The last time I forgot to plug my phone back in. So that's why I had a little bit of an issue. Let's see. So I made these a little different. So I think we got most of this part here done. Now what I have to figure out, I got my button. I'm gonna add my button in here. I'm gonna add my button somewhere off from the side. Gonna add my button in. Thank you, darling. Thank you. I appreciate all of you guys. So we got our little button here. Alright. Now seashells by the seashore. And it's time to start adding our mermaid, you guys. And we'll see what happens once we add this mermaid. Then I can spend the rest of the time doing the final touches. I need her to look like she is entwined in this net. So trying to see what is going to be my best way of doing that without overwhelming her, all her work, you know, all the work we put into this. Let's see. Oh my goodness. I can't believe the day has arrived. I can't believe the day has arrived where we're finally gonna trap ourselves a mermaid. Let's see. So I got a little bit of that here. I got a little bit of that there. That looks pretty cool to me right there. What do you guys think? I think that'll do it. So I'm gonna go in here and try to put her down as close to the bottom as I can. Let's see. I think that'll be the spot right there. So I'm gonna hot glue her, you guys, because that's the only thing I know how to do is hot glue. Hot glue. So I'm gonna hot glue it, and then I'll start sticking some of the netting, you know, in different places depending on how I need it to go. But once I get her at least hot glued in, then I can start figuring out the rest of this. So here goes nothing, you guys, and here goes everything. And of course, I gotta run out of glue. Come on, come on, before that glue gets cold. And quickly. Right down here, baby doll. Right down here. Oh my god, I can't. I can't. This is too much. Wait 1 second, you guys. Let there be light. This is what you call ghetto fabulous. Let's see if this helps. Let's see if that helps. Get a little bit more light in here. That's too bright. Yeah, that's too bright. I gotta put them somewhere. Where can I put them? Maybe I can put them here. Call it crafting by candlelight. Like they used to do back in the old day. I'm laughing because I'm looking at the video. You know, you guys must be like, what the heck is Carpet doing? Oh my god. Why is it so dark? It's so dark because I need to turn on the glue gun. And unfortunately, the way that my system is set up, I don't have enough outlets next to me to set up everything. What? Which one? This one? I'm just trying to get things out of... No, it's this one that you see. It's that one. So I'm just trying to get things here a little bit brighter. Hopefully it's not overwhelmingly bright, but it'll at least do the job for right now. As soon as I shut off my glue gun, then I could plug my my light back on, because I have a wall lamp that I have here, but it's a plug-in. So hopefully that's a little bit better. It gives a little bit extra light without blinding you guys. Thank you. So yeah, that's what's going on in my world. Now to try to figure out this netting situation here, because I do have to have some kind of netting over her. And glue and glue and glue and glue. So let's see here. And stick and glue and stick and glue. So I'm just adhering the netting to different little places here and there. Girl, it's time to get an extension. Girl, I have an extension cord. Okay, I have an extension cord, and what happened was that I have my cell phone plugged in, which is the phone that I'm using to record. I also have the hot gun, the glue gun plugged in. I also have my laptop plugged in, because what happened is that this room has 2 computers, and the other extension is used on the other stuff on the other side of the room, and unfortunately this is what I have. Okay, so that's what happened. Any more extensions in here and I'm gonna turn into a light bulb. So just bear with me, you guys, bear with me. Because it won't be dark for long. I promise you. It won't be dark for long. So let's just see. So I'm just pretty much sticking. Okay. Why did you have to stick down? I just want to stick this down. I just need to stick this down. See, I want it to be on her, but I don't want her to be completely covered in this dang thing. So I think that's pretty good right there. Let me trap a starfish real quick. Get her hair in there. Let me just kind of trap this starfish right here. And I think that'll do. I'm trying, you guys. I have limited resources. One day, I'll hit the lotto. And I'll be able to buy a house that got a whole bunch of extensions and outlets. And the power won't go out. I don't have a choice. So I think that's pretty covered. She's covered and she's still enough that you can see her. So now the big thing is the anchor and what I'm going to do with these legs. So we are almost there. Once I get those things glued in, then I should be good to go to start painting in some of the smaller details. So hopefully I can find where I put it. Where did I put the anchor? Okay, I got this piece and that piece, and where's my anchor? Okay. This is interesting. Let me just find the anchor, you guys, between taking out all these different things and having just so much stuff going on my desk. I lost the anchor, but I found it. I can kind of stick that down there somehow. Thank you. Thank you so much, Kelly. You know I am only teasing you, Carmen. I see you in the dark. We still here. You too much, Liz. Liz is like, no worries, Carmen, no worries. So let's see. Because I really wanted to incorporate some of these little critters, but I might not get a chance to, which is fine. Because it's just too busy of a scene if I add the legs. Which really sucks because I really wanted to use them. So I'm trying to figure out if there's a way that I can still use them even though they're not necessarily coming from where they should be coming from. Like they also got trapped in this whirlwind adventure. But I don't want her to look like she peeing on herself or something. Like she's so damn scared. Like, oh my god, I can't. For the love of art, help me, Brutus, help me. I don't know, is that too much? Does she look like she going through a situation right there? Something not healthy with the chick. Something not right. Maybe it's too many arms, too many legs. Too much going on. Let's see. So I really wanted to make it look like the octopus is trying to get free from there. But without the rest of the body, it just looks like she a little weird. She a little strange. She ate herself. Yes, Liz. She surely did. She got all kinds of funny little stuff coming out of here. I don't know. I can't take it right now, you guys. I can't stop laughing at what I'm doing, and I can't think straight. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. It's too far off the beaten path. to put it in here. And this would have been perfect too. Dang it. It's just too busy. If I would have had a bigger canvas, or if I would have actually done a canvas, which is what this was originally designed for, I probably would have been okay. But having this like this, I don't know. I don't know if I like this. Gotta go, not feeling too hot. I will watch it later. It looks awesome so far. Happy crafting, everybody. Thanks, Brandy. I hope you feel better, doll. She should be halfway up. Have the octopus coming from the lower, larger corner, like he's trying to save her. I think I glued her in already with the hot glue, so she's stuck. She's so large. That's what happened. I should have done it more of at an angle. And yeah, she's stuck, you guys. This girl ain't going nowhere. She's going nowhere. So let me lay this flat because it's the only way that I'm gonna be able to like really see what I have going on over here. This octopus look discombobulated right now. And there's another arm too. Like, come on, man, I overdid it. I got too happy molding clay over here. So let's see. I gotta figure this out, you guys. It's crunch time. So I got my glue gun there. I gotta figure out what's gonna happen with this anchor. That's another thing. And the chain to this anchor gotta go somewhere. This is just way too many pieces. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fit them all in here. It's just way too many. It's just way too many pieces. That's it. I'm just gonna exit it out. How do you like it in the corner? I feel better, Brandy. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see, you guys. I really gotta get this gluing under the way so that I can get this light on, because little by little we're gonna be in the dark over here. So let's see. This sucker came out of nowhere. Okay, let's see. I'm exiting out the octopus for right now, because he can't save her. She's trapped. So that's it. Finito with that. I gotta get a chain. I need to get a chain. Where am I gonna get a chain from? Let me see if I find a chain. I gotta find a chain. I found one. See, this is the kind of scene you gotta put like on a 30-inch. And let me sit down because I stand up and though I cover the whole light going in here. So let's see. I got a chain here. Alright, so I got a chain here, which I have to somehow get it in here. Don't tell me this is not going to fit, because I can't stand it. Let's see. Don't even go. This don't even go. So that doesn't even match. Okay. So I'm having a dilemma here. I think I'm just gonna leave it like a sunken. I'm just gonna stick it there. This is from a long time ago. That's why it has barnacles. Hello, I forgot about that. This is not freshly dropped. This has been there for the longest time. Keeps freezing on me. Hey Carmen, what video is the recipe for the porcelain? It's called Do It Yourself Cold Porcelain, or EC Clay or something like that. It shouldn't be that far back. If you go to if you hit my videos, it should be pretty close up there. So I'm just gonna stick this, you guys, and then I'm gonna add some seashells somewhere in the bottom of this. Some seashells that was gifted to me by Miss Tanya, darling. And I'm just gonna stick it down like so. Stick it right here, and we're gonna be good to go. And you ain't gonna go nowhere on me. You're gonna stay right there. You held ransom right now. Let me go get some seashells, and we're about to be done with this. Some seashells by the seashore. What? I did. Yes, Carmen, that looks great with the chain. Just butter it up. Butter it up. Girl, I'm out of butters. I'm out of butters. Well, I don't even know where I flung it. Oh, I flung it right here. So what you're saying is add some gold to it, is what you're saying. Butter it up. Well, I'll butter it up in a second. Let me start adding some of these little seashells here and there. Okay, listen. Unravel yourself. You don't want no drama. Make it look rusty. I got you. So we got some seashells by the seashore. And I have to add all different kinds of seashells by the seashore. And I'm just trying to figure out an arrangement that will be good. I don't want to cover too much of her up. Some of these little trinkets here. Some of these little ones. This is like a piece. Maybe I can use this piece somewhere. Oh, there we go. Decorations. What else? What else do we have? What else do we have? Let's see. I love these little twisty ones. I made a mold out of one of these. That mold came out superb. Not it always drops from the boat. What? Hold on. Yes, Carmen, that looks well with the chain. Got that one. Glue it on. Got that one. Yes, my lovely. Got that one. Yeah, make it look rusty. Got that one. No, it always drops from the front of the boat. So it drops from the front of the boat? Somebody's been on a cruise ship. I've never been on a boat before. I've only seen them from far. So I don't know. So it drops from the bottom. It drops from the front. So it drops from here. Somewhere up here. So it drops from there. Okay. Got it. I almost whipped myself with this damn thing. That would not have been pretty. Okay, so this net don't caught up all these barnacles. And everybody running for their life. See, I've been up on many. I'm sure you have. Look at you, Carmen, and my internet connection is going out. I love this. It's so great. Thank you for Patricia. It'll be up there. Yes, skinny stick. What? Skinny stick? I don't know. What do you mean, Isabel? I'm lost. So I'm gonna add some glue here, add some glue there, and add this seashell. And try to tuck it in there as much as I possibly can. And then I'm gonna tuck this one in the bottom there somewhere. Tuck that one in there. Let's see. LOL. She way behind in the video. Oh, Isabel, yeah. Échale para adelante y saber que está en la parte de atrás. This is all to give my mermaid support. Little extra seashells that I'm adding in here. Gotta add this one. Right along this area here. This will help her to stay elevated. Oh my gosh, she's gonna look like the weeping widow over here with all these little glue webs everywhere. Well, let's see. I need some stuff stuck on here. So, what am I gonna use? I need some seashells stuck on here. So when the net comes up, it brings everything up. So let's see. Let's get some of these stuck. Girl, me and you both know that that is not the case. Me and you both know that how, you know, how not easy it is. It's lots of fun, but it is so not easy. Alright, so I think that's pretty much it for me with the seashells by the seashore. And now I'm going to add some seashells up here and then work on this chain. And I'm going to add some glitter here and there and we are done. We are done, Kimusabi. And it's a dang shame I couldn't use my purple octopus. I really wanted to. But I'll find something else to glue that on. I'll find something else. And then once I glue this on, then I'll turn the light on. And we will no longer be in the dark. We shall come to the light. The mermaid looks so easy. Oh yeah, we're still in the same spot. Yes, they did. Thank you so much, Tanya. Look at the field day that I'm having over here. And I'm making molds out of some of them too. Because I know once I use them all up, I'm going to need more. So I am making some molds. I like this one with the conch part. Conch. What is it? Yeah, right there. Sticking out. You can hear the ocean. Even though you're in the ocean. But you can hear the ocean even when the shell's away from the ocean. Okay, so I think that's pretty much that for this. Then the only thing I have left to do is the chain, and we are finito. Oh yeah, and some glitter paint. So I'm gonna add some green glitter paint down here, and I'm probably gonna add some little streams here and there of just like there's some kind of foliage going on there. And I think we're done. So let me grab the butters. Did I put the butters back? That's not it. Did I put the butter back? I sure did. So I said Susie as sexy. Isn't sexy at all. Oh, so sexy. Yes. Yes, she is. She know what she working with. So I'm just gonna butter this up as much as I possibly can because this is a little bit harder to do because of the texture on this chain here. I wish I had access to my other. I have a container where I have like broken necklaces and stuff like that, but right now with all the stuff I got going on in my desk and under my desk and behind my desk and in front of my desk, it's just too much. I wouldn't even know where to begin to look for it. So hopefully this will be good enough. And I think I'm gonna add a little bit of paint in here, and I'm gonna get my hands dirty, and I might regret this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So let's see, just a little drop of this brown paint. And my hands got all the paint on it, but not so much the necklace. Oh Lord. So I think this is as dirty as this is gonna get, you guys. It's not very dirty, so we are going to make do. And I'm gonna snap this in half, and I'm gonna glue this part on here, right? Is that what I want to do? Glue this on here and glue this here. right? So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get this little thing here and glue this little metal piece right in there. And then I'm gonna ball this up. It's just gonna be like this, so I gotta make sure that whatever I do does not interfere with this situation here. So I'm gonna ball this up, turn it into like a ball, and just put it right there. Ah! You had to get me one last time. That's because you know I'm about to turn you off. And I think we got it. So I'm gonna shut this off and bring you guys back into the light. I go shutting off my little tea lights. And this is what I like to call crafting after dark. Into the morning. Into the morning, everybody. Into the morning. So she looks a little bit busy. She's a little bit busy. I can add a little few more details here and there. But for the most part, she's done. So I'm gonna let this light bulb kick into full gear, and I'm gonna get some other supplies, the little paint brushes here and there, so that I could just add little details here and there, just to add more to this background here in this ocean, because it doesn't look like much is happening there, and there should be a lot of things happening there. So I'm gonna get some of this. What was it? Where's my glitter paints? Some of these glitter paints, I feel, okay, we're still in the same spot, okay. Oh, I see it, you guys. I see it going in and out. I'm almost done, I promise. Look at this thing. And it does it for a while too. Ugh. Thank you. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of this. This is like a light green. Just adding a little bit of this glitter paint. Just in different little areas. I love glitters and I love metallics. And now that I'm in the light again, I can see all of the little wispies. Now I'm going to add a little bit of this darker green. And this is just the Glamour Dust glitter paint. Which I'm just gonna allow to you know, dry, and it'll just give it a little bit more fun texture. So that the background doesn't look so plain. And I think we are about done with this part of it. And unfortunately I can't show it to you close, but I can still close it. Can I? I have sand in between it, but I can still close it once I get that sand cleaned out. I'll still be able to close it if I want to and keep it open. And I was going to put a sun in here, but I guess I forgot to put the sun in with working on the boat. So, but I think that is going to be it for me. I'm just trying to think real quick if there's anything else that I am missing. Anything else you guys think I should add to this before I call it a night? I'm gonna open this out as much as I possibly can so you guys can see the whole thing in one scoop. And this is pretty much the whole spectrum of the boat on some sideways. I feel like it's missing something, but I don't know what. I don't know what. So it's kind of driving me a little bit cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Yes, glitters and metallics are so beautiful. Thank you. Gracias, gracias. Thank you so much, my lovelies. All of you. You guys are super awesome. And you inspire me to create. OCD, you guys. OCD. Let's see. Just trying to think to see where. I don't even want to do nothing to the fishes. I think I'm going to leave the fishes alone. You know what? That actually looks pretty good. So I think that's about it for me, you guys. I think I have done it all. Yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do, you guys, is put that sun on later, if it even fits. Because this is one busy canvas. So, with that being said, you guys, I'm going to bid you all farewell. I'm going to give you guys one quick once over of this whole thing now that we have light all the way through and through. Thank you guys so much for bearing with me with the darkness and just not having the light at 100. Hopefully as time goes on I'll be able to pick up things and get things that I need to make this situation for me work better. I really like the fact that you guys encouraged me to add this chain because I had given up on it and it actually grew on me, so I kind of like how it looks now. It kind of brings the whole thing to play. And we have our trap mermaid down here. And I really did like how everything just came out. So thank you guys so much. I mean, this has been an awesome ride. We've been doing this for a couple weeks now, and I can't believe we finally finished it. Unfortunately, with this whole light situation, this would have been a really, really good run. But thank you guys so much for hanging in there, for, you know, always showing me support. And I will see you guys on Saturday with a brand new project. So I have no idea what it's going to be. But you'll be surprised and I'll be surprised. So I will catch you guys then. And since I know that this video lags, I'm going to see when I put my finger up in the front. Then I am going to shut it down because I know by that time you guys have heard my complete message. So I'm just going to stand here until it. That's why I see my finger, because this thing lags. But if you guys see my finger, let me know. Do you see my finger? Bye, you awesome, wonderful ladies. Thank you so much. And if I see my finger, I'm gone. So hopefully I'll see my finger soon. Anywho, I will catch you guys in the next one. See you Saturday. Have a good night, you ladies. Bye.